Musk is suing Apple and ChatGPT maker OpenAI for allegedly conspiring to thwart competition.
Everyone thinks Elon Musk is suing OpenAI for $134 billion because he's jealous.
Musk has been fighting with OpenAI for years and sued the AI leader after it decided to convert to a for-profit entity.
They think he wants his money back. They are wrong. We spent the last 2 weeks reading the discovery documents from Musk v. OpenAI. We found thousands of emails, text messages, and one very specific diary entry that proves this lawsuit isn't about money. It's about a kill switch. A single paragraph buried in the original contract that Musk knows about, and Microsoft is terrified of. If Musk wins this lawsuit, he doesn't just get paid. He triggers a legal definition that could legally strip Microsoft of its license to ChatGPT overnight. To understand the kill switch, you have to understand the original deal. In 2015, OpenAI wasn't a startup. It was a charity. Musk didn't invest. He donated.
I am the reason OpenAI exists.
He put in roughly $38 million, about 60% of their early funding. But there was a condition attached to that cash.
I would be constantly urging him to be careful about the danger of AI, and he was really not concerned about the danger of AI.
It was a mission-bound asset. The deal was simple. We build AGI, artificial general intelligence, to protect humanity from Google. We give it away for free. We never turn a profit. Musk was paranoid that Larry Page would accidentally build a god and enslave humanity. OpenAI was the shield. But by 2017, the shield began to crack. This is the smoking gun. Late 2017, Greg Brockman, co-founder, writes privately about their plan to pivot to a for-profit structure. It was a lie. His words, not mine. They knew that if they took Musk's nonprofit money and used it to build a for-profit engine, they were committing fraud. So, they invented the shell game. This is the most dangerous corporate structure in Silicon Valley. Here is the nonprofit. It controls everything, but it has no money. Here is a capped profit entity. This is where employees and Microsoft sit. The promise was the nonprofit board controls the technology. The for-profit entity just writes the checks. Enter Microsoft. They invest $13 billion. But they don't buy equity in the traditional sense. They buy a right to future profits. It's a rental agreement, not ownership. OpenAI needed billions for compute. Microsoft had the servers. The deal was Microsoft pays for the servers, and in exchange, Microsoft gets to sell OpenAI's models exclusively. Except for one thing. The exclusion clause. Here's where the forensic audit gets terrifying. The contract states that Microsoft owns the rights to everything OpenAI builds pre-AGI. Once OpenAI achieves artificial general intelligence, the Microsoft contract terminates. Microsoft gets nothing. The technology reverts to the nonprofit to benefit humanity.
Non-profit, open source, and somehow transform itself into a for-profit closed source.
But who decides when AGI is achieved? Is it a benchmark? Is it a test score? No. The board decides. The same board that Sam Altman fired and replaced with his friends. So we have a paradox. If Sam Altman admits GPT-5 is AGI, he destroys his biggest investor. Microsoft loses their license. $13 billion goes to zero. So logically, OpenAI can never admit they have achieved AGI. They must keep moving the goalposts forever.
It's important to understand and think about GPT-4 as a tool, not a creature, which is easy to get confused, and it's a tool that people have a great deal of control.
And this is why Musk is suing. He isn't suing for cash. He is suing to force a judicial determination of AGI. Musk's lawyers are arguing that GPT-4 is already AGI, based on OpenAI's original definitions. If a jury agrees with Musk, if a jury says, yes, GPT-4 is AGI, then the kill switch triggers. If a court rules that GPT-4 is AGI, then under the contract, Microsoft's license is retroactively void. They have been selling stolen goods. OpenAI would legally have to stop Microsoft from using the models. This would collapse the entire generative AI economy. Billions in revenue. Poof. So, when you see the headlines about billionaire egos, yes! Ignore them. This is a custody battle. Musk built the nursery. He paid for the crib. And now he's realizing that the baby has been sold to the highest bidder.
Oh, wait a second. That's the exact opposite of what I gave the money for.
And the only way to get it back is to prove that the baby is all grown up. For operators, the lesson is simple. The tools you are building on, ChatGPT, Copilot, are sitting on a legal fault line. The ground isn't stable. If you want to survive the quake, own your data. Because the platforms you trust are currently suing each other for the right to exist. Data doesn't lie. People do. I'm heading back to the lab.